Jarlath, thank you very much for joining us. Hard fought win there in the end. I know that was a bit of a battle. What did you make of today's game?
Yeah, hard fought. First half thought we were on top. Obviously got the goal. Then had plenty of chances after, and that's what we needed to sort of work on, is killing teams off when we're on top. And then second half, I probably didn't play to what we wanted to. Sort of invited them on us a bit. But at the end of the day, we got a clean sheet, and coming down here is not going to be easy. So to get 3 points on the way home is happy.
How important was it, Jarlath, just to bounce back from obviously the defeat on Monday night? And I'm sure the manager had words before today's game of getting the 3 points today. But how important was it just to bounce back right away?
Yeah, it was crucial. Last year, too many times when we lost, we didn't have that bounce back. We went and drew the next game, lost the next game. So yeah, like you said, it was crucial to bounce back, and it's good for team morale, and hopefully it just carries on now.
A perfect Saturday, Jarlath, 3 points, but probably personally your first goal this season. I think that's maybe 2 or 3 goals you've gotten in your time at Crusaders. Is that right?
Second goal. Didn't actually score last year, which was not frustrating, but I don't know. Scored a couple of penalties, but second goal for Crusaders, and suppose it makes it sweeter that we won 1-0 and I got the winner.
We've done a lot of the commentary over the last sort of just year and a bit, Jarlath, and a player that keeps coming up is you in that left back position. I know that Crusaders have maybe been spoilt over the years, and we look back to the time of Craig McLean and so forth. But how well do you think you've done in particular over the last sort of 6 to 9 months? Because you're getting a lot of plaudits now with even when we're in the stands, and a lot of the fans are saying that.
Yeah, it's always good to get plaudits. I feel this year is probably the fittest I've ever been. I'm able to get maybe forward a bit more. I'm not worried about getting back, so it's always nice to hear plaudits. And at the end of the day, it's all about the team and to get 3 points. So yeah.
And it makes all the Saturday the nicer with 3 points. Jarlath, well done today. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. Good man. Cheers, mate. Stephen, never an easy place to come, Ballymena Showground, but you must be really happy to get 3 points today.
I'm happy now that the whistle has blown, because the last 10 minutes were too hard for the heart to contain. Our first half performance was brilliant. We passed the ball, we worked the ball. They got to a point after 30 minutes where they actually surrendered the half and got everybody behind the ball. Ballymena did, and shut the half down, because we were coming at them from all angles of the pitch, and that was really good from our point of view. We passed it in great areas. We didn't take the chances. That's the disappointment for me. We score one. We should really have scored 3 others, and didn't. When you're on top, you've got to score the goals. We've made it an easier afternoon. When you've only got 1 goal to defend, they're always going to come at you. And opposition's always going to come at you, and they put the ball in a different angle to us, and they put from the goalkeeper. They went a different route to it, made a few changes in their own personnel, came down our neck, and we had to defend that for crazy. But we did it really, really well, and I'm pleased, because the boys thoroughly deserved their victory here today.
How happy are you, Stephen? You mentioned that there the last 10 minutes or so, and you said different angles coming into the box. How difficult, first and foremost, is it to defend these balls coming in from different angles, and you got to get your shape and get out again, and then set up again for new balls coming in?
Yeah, it's incredibly difficult. It's things that you work on in training. Is those exercises that we work on to deal with that type of onslaught, and it will come at you from time to time. And look, we've done it to teams whenever we're trailing, and you have to throw everything bar the kitchen sink, or maybe even the kitchen sink, and say, look, we need to try and find an equaliser from somewhere, and the amount of teams that can cave under that pressure is because of the relentless ball into your box. It's frightening how it will happen to you. We did it to Cliftonville 4 or 5 years ago, and we scored 3 goals putting the ball into their box. So it's hard football at this level of the game. It's no points are given to you. You've got to fight for like crazy for every single point you can get, and hence we had to do that today. And I was really, really proud and pleased the way we dug it out, because we had to.
I just want to ask you finally, Stephen, about the goal scorer today, Jarlath O'Rourke. We've spoke about him over the last few weeks of how well he's done and the confidence that he seems to be growing. But it was nice for you to see him get on the score sheet today as well, I'm sure.
Yeah, and where he headed it in from, I think he was probably inside the 6-yard box. I think we counted whenever we eventually put the cross in, and Aidan Wilson started to move. If you remember, he drove into the half, passed it out wide, ball came across. We worked it about 3 ways, ball chipped back to the back post, and Charlie's heading it in from a yard. And a left back heading the ball in, 3 yards out is great from a point of view that we've got that many bodies into the box to score the goal. But normally Jarlath would have a nosebleed being in there. I don't think he's been in a 6-yard box in his life, and I'm talking about an attacking sense. But Jarlath is a class player. He's got class reading of the game, his ability to pass the ball, play, lift his head up, pick the right pass, get into the right areas. We always knew he was going to be a really great player, and that's why we brought him to the football club a year or two ago.
Declan Cadell come on for the last few minutes there, and he brought in a bit of energy. How much have you missed him, and how important is it to get him back fit?
Yeah, we were anxious a little bit. Unfortunately, Daniel Lorimer has pulled up with a hamstring injury on Thursday night at training, which is really disappointing. Although Aidan Wilson today was magnificent. So you don't like to see these boys falling, because you lose one or two with the injury. It adds to your number that are out. So that can be a little bit different. Declan went off, as you know, against Cliftonville with a hamstring problem. We thought it might have been 6-8 weeks. Turns out that he's back a little bit quicker than that. He's only been out for probably 3 weeks, I think. But it's always a risk, because he's only had 1 week of training over him, and we weren't 100% sure what's in the legs. And you're just glad you get through a game and see that he's motoring reasonably, because they'll all come to you and say, I'm 100% right, ready to go. But that's the mind telling you that. Yeah. The body's sometimes a different thing. So we just got to be guided by our physios and try and get everything right as best as we can. But good to see him back on the park, because he brings an energy, he brings a confidence to us around the pitch, a flair to us that we need always, and he's just a great guy.
Stephen, thank you very much for joining us. Well done today, and have a nice weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.